Good morning, everyone. Hope that you had a great weekend and you're raring to go for another week at home. I found the weekend a little bit strange, actually, because having worked from home all week and not really being able to go too far from home, getting to the weekend, usually I'd have lots of nice plans, I'd be going places and doing things, and I didn't have any of that, and I didn't have work to do, and so I felt at a little bit of a loss for the weekend. I didn't know what to do with myself, and I didn't know how the weekend was different to my week. But I decided, like probably lots of you did, that I would make most of the time to sort my house out a little bit. So we've got to stay here for a while, and so it may as well be clean and tidy. So I sorted through things. I cleaned my kitchen, cleaned my bathroom, did all of those jobs that sometimes don't get enough time spent on them. And while I was clearing things out, I found a book that I had meant to be bringing into school, but I'd obviously forgot. So this book is called, I think the pitch will be backwards for you, but it's 50 Things to Do Before You're 11 3/4. It's a National Trust book, and I found it in a charity shop, and I was planning to bring it into school and put on the bookcase, but obviously I forgot and I found it at the weekend. Now, it's full of ideas of things that you can do. Because it's made by the National Trust, a lot of those things are outdoors, and some of them would involve leaving home and going to different places. But I thought I'd have a flick through it for you and see if I could find some ideas of things that you can do in your locality or in your back garden even. So I've picked out a few that I want to share with you, okay? So the first one, it's a lovely book. It's set out like this, and they're numbered, and it gives you tips and it gives you what you need. So the first one I thought was build a den. So I've actually had some pictures from some of you who've built dens or forts in your house, under your dining table, on your sofa, those kind of things. So you could do that, but you could also build a den in your garden. Some branches, some twigs and leaves, mud, anything that's outside. Build yourself a little den. Have a go. What else? We also, similar to that, you could do it in your garden or in the local area, is make a home for a wild animal. So why not try making a little bug hotel, a little home for some insects that come into your garden, or even a little space for some birds that come into your garden. Perhaps you could find a little area where birds come. You could put out some bird feed if you've got some at home, maybe. That would be quite nice. And then linked to that is go bird watching. So you could do that from your home. Look out. Why don't you see what birds come to your garden? Take some photos. Do you know what kinds of birds they are? Do they come at the same time? Do they come every day? Little things that you can investigate while you're at home. Another one is go stargazing, which is quite a nice one. Now, I don't know, perhaps it might be a little bit too light around where houses are. The ideal place for stargazing is like in the countryside, on a field where there's no light pollution. But maybe you could have a go, have a look up as it gets dark and see what stars are out there. And then the last one that I wanted to share was create some wild art. So in your garden or on your front path, or create some art, leaves, twigs, stones. And this reminded me of when we learned about Andy Goldsworthy, who's an artist who does nature art outside, made from nature. And we went onto the playground, hopefully you remember, and we made some different art and we took some photos, and it was fab. It was in the autumn time, and there was all different colours of leaves, and you made all different pictures and designs with it. Why not have a go at home? Think about how now the season we're going into spring, it's going to be different to autumn, isn't it? And you're not going to have the same colours, but what different things might you have at this time of year? Have a go. If you fancy getting up to any of those things, then brilliant. If you want to send across any photos of you getting up to those things, even better. Have a really great Monday, everyone.